How are you? Paul and Pauline here down at the beach at Scott's Head in New South Wales, and I was reading this morning out of Hebrews chapter 4 from the Passion Translation, and it caused me to stop and think, because it's a powerful and wonderful message for us all. So let's read it and then we'll talk about it. It's called the Faith Rest Life, from Hebrews chapter 4 verse 1. Now God has offered to us the same promise of entering into his realm of resting in confident faith. So we must be extremely careful to ensure that we all embrace the fullness of that promise and not fail to experience it. For we have heard the good news of deliverance just as they did, yet they didn't join their faith with the word. Instead, what they heard didn't affect them deeply, for they doubted. For those of us who believe, faith activates the promise and we experience the realm of confident rest. Now he's got a little footnote here about when he said they didn't join their faith with the word, and the footnote is this: or because they did not join in with those who heard the message with faith. And he's talking about Joshua and Caleb, the two spies who went with the other 10 into the promised land, and they came back with a good report. And those who followed Joshua and Caleb entered into the promised land, and those who doubted and didn't believe, they thought there were giants in there and they thought they couldn't take the land, and they died in the wilderness. And that's the same today. You know, people in the Christian faith have to hold on to it firmly and combine their faith with the word. It's very important that we link our faith with this word of God, because the word of God strengthens us. It's sharper than a two-edged sword. It'll direct us, it'll encourage us, it'll guide us, and it'll teach us. Beautiful thing, the word of God, but you need to put your faith with the word to get through the storms of life. And as you see the sea behind us, yesterday it was relatively calm, but today she's rough, and that's what happens in life. We go through periods of trials and testing, and if we haven't got the word to link our faith to, we're going to flounder and we'll go under, and we'll be like the 10 spies who went and died in the wilderness, didn't go into the promised land. So there it is. It's so important that we take notice of that word coming out of Hebrews. He says we must be extremely careful to ensure that we all embrace the fullness of the promises and not fail to experience what God has for us. So there you go. You get into the word and let the word of God get into you. See you later now. Bye-bye.